What is going on, guys? I'm going to be doing an F1 2014 game review, as F1 2014 was released last week. Now this is going to be my 100% full honest review of this game. Now if you enjoyed this video, hit that like button below, and like I said, let's do this. So, F1 2014, or as some people call this, Codemasters Difficult 5th Album. But is it a game you should be buying, or a game you shouldn't be buying? A question I should be answering with this review. So, presentation. Now, to be honest, the game just looks the exact same thing, but only with minor tweaks. For instance, they have now gone with a black colour instead of a turquoise colour, and updated the background from the wind turbine, the wind things, or whatever you call them, to turns 1 and 2 at Bahrain. And I've got to be honest, this is a real disappointment, because there's no real major change, to be honest. You know, it feels like F1 2014.1 or .2, which is a real disappointment, as I thought F1 2014 would be something of a welcome change. Instead, pretty much a repetition of F1 2013. So, yeah, that's a massive disappointment, and something Codemasters should address in future games. Moving on to gameplay. Now, I'm delighted to say gameplay is pretty darn good. I enjoyed the gameplay, to be honest, you know. I mean, the car is so much more, there's so much, because of the new rules, you know, because of the car having more torque, V6 engines, turbos, the cars are, in real life, very twitchy. And I'm delighted to say that is put into the game. You know, the car feels really twitchy, especially when coming out of corners, and especially when you're using no assist, which is a real good positive to the game itself. But with every positive, there's a negative. And one negative that I've been hearing for wheel users, is that that is pretty hard to get on throttle, which is a major disappointment. Which is really hard to get on throttle, which is a major disappointment, as this game is targeting to pad users and wheel users. And also as well, the pad users have been getting a big advantage over the wheel users. Even it just really sucks, to be honest, you know, to hear that the pad is quicker than the pad differences to the wheel users is way more further than it was in F1 2013, which makes you know, makes the audience not buy this game, and makes the sales drop even lower than it was in 2013, which is a major disappointment to the game. Another disappointment is that the AI is really bad. I mean, well, it's the exact same thing as 2013, to be honest. They will be hesitant to overtake. They will slow massively on first laps. And yeah, and also as well, if you're like in a Caterham or a Marussia and you get up to like 5th or 6th, it is so much easier to defend than it would be in real life. So that's a massive disappointment to the game, because, you know, because that's unrealistic. Because normally, if you're a Marussia and you're in 5th and you've got a ton of faster cars ahead of you, then surely you should be getting past in like, what, half a lap, maybe a lap, who knows. So yeah, I think it's a real disappointment that you could probably get a 5th or a 6th in Marussia, to be honest. I really feel that there should be some sort of I really feel like the AI should be more developed in terms of making passing manoeuvres and whatnot, and also defending. You know, the AI are not very good at defending, to be honest. I think they'll just make one move and that's it, which is a major disappointment as well to drivers who want that realistic feel. So, yeah, moving on to scenario mode. Now, scenario mode, I'm delighted to say, is good. I like this new scenario mode system. Before, you would have this like teammate battle, you would have rookie, you would have like retirement legend, something like that, and it was good, but the problem was that it didn't have that variety in terms of difficulty. Now, I'm delighted to say this scenario mode has. Now, they have it now in series. They would have it now in like series, I mean. So you'd have one that's in very easy, medium, very hard, very hard, which is a good positive to this game, as it produces more availability to audiences who have picked up this game and are willing to get a challenge on these challenges, which is a good positive to the series. And yeah, so also time trial, time attack, they look the exact same, to be honest, so no changes. But like I said, you know, what are you gonna, you know, what can they do, you know, to time attack and time trial? Nothing. So yeah, it's good. I like that. I like time trial and time attack, to be honest. So yeah. So my verdict for this game, it's an enjoyable game. The core gameplay is pretty enjoyable. The Sochi Russia, the Sochi Australia, and Bahrain night is it's been rendered really nicely into the game, and really it looks fun. The Russia, Austria, and Bahrain tracks look very, very good in the game there, which is a good positive as well. And but yeah, overall, the game is a disappointment, and the core gameplay is enjoyable, but from the menus and whatnot, it just feels like F1 2013.5, to be honest, which is a major disappointment, and now feels like a filler for F1 2015. I'm sad to say, I will be giving this a 6.5 out of 10. So there we go, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, if you did, hit the like button below and comment below on your thoughts on this game. And yeah, so thank you very, very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.